And we are officially back, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate your patience, but we're now heading on over once again as we had to do a remake between the match of Box Gaming versus Lannister.
Yep, personally I'm very tilted. Let's hope it doesn't affect me way too much. Let's hope it doesn't affect the players too much. I think when you have to remake a game like 3 times, I think the mental strain really gets on you. And if I'm feeling like this, you can only imagine how they're feeling.
That's
Different cheese though.
Different cheese from the first iteration of this match. But it seems like they might not be able to find the pickoff that they wanted. And Ren might go back at the top side.
Yep, congratulations to Jarvan 4 for not dying this early game.
But then again, it's like getting a new chance to see how this game is going to pan out. But still, the composition is still the same. Runes, everything is going to be the same. Even the skins used in the previous version of this match is the same. So we'll see what's going to happen this time.
I'm not actually sure if, Lannister, they were actually behind in both iterations of the game. So interested to see whether or not they've actually learned from these past experiences or if Box Gaming is just way too good and just going to steamroll anyway.
That's absolutely true. You did mention something about the composition, whereas bot lane, Ezreal and Yumi might have a difficult time against the Nami and the Kaisa matchup.
Yeah, look, this bot lane, Ezreal Yumi, from what I've seen, this Ezreal isn't, I don't want to flame, not the best Ezreal I think we've seen all tournament, and the fact is that Kaisa Nami rather, with this Nami who has been landing bubbles so damn consistently this entire day, is just a force to be reckoned with, and it's so difficult for this Ezreal Yumi lane to do anything really.
Agreed. KZ has been doing a phenomenal job on this Nami, even zoning and dodging all the Qs from Risu and as well as Pati on the duel. So they do have the priority here. We'll see how this is how this mid lane this time around, because we saw that that EHHQ has, can be aggressive at times, but it's also very 50-50.
Yeah, one thing maybe you have learned if you're HHQ right here is that when the Lissandra has used her ultimate, she's really in a very vulnerable state. So perhaps you want to try to bait it out before actually, committing all your resources into going in.
Speaking of going in, there's the aftershock proc. Looks like that's gonna be fine. I think, the matchup is, although Ezreal, not Ezreal, we're talking about the mid lane. Irelia is very linear in terms of playstyle as a champion, but you can, as the game progresses, your cooldowns are going to be shorter and the resets are going to be in, therefore you definitely will have an advantage over Kirsty in the long run.
Yeah, the point that we brought up is that I really have this go button where once you press it, there's no getting out button,
Yep.
Like, once you're in, Lissandra just outs herself and you can't do damage to her. And,
oh wait, is first blood still going to be the same? And they catch Tawan getting the Scuttler.
Come on, Jarvan. First you give the 1-0 to the mid lane and the top lane, now giving it to the bot lane. And it just really snowballs this bot side so much more, and I think you have to give credit over to, the Nami, who I think has been the main playmaker, main enabler for this Box Gaming squad to find these favorable fights, landing these bubbles very, very consistently throughout the day.
You gotta hand it to KZ here on the Nami pick, and as well as reading the movement, reading the locations of where Tawan could be at this point of the game. So kudos to that, to them rather.
We've seen this story before, Gragas moving up towards that top side. Now they know Gragas is top, perhaps you want to start, moving towards that bot side river, place down some wards. You want to prioritize that dragon, which is going to be an Infernal.
Ooh. Gonna be very juicy, but seems to me Ali might not decide to push through with the gank up top as I guess it's really just hard to get a Karma.
No, yeah, in addition to the smart movement from rotating on this Karma, has been very aware that, hey, Gragas is on the top side of this, is on the top side of the map. I cannot push up too far, I have to have this escape. where if he shows himself, I can get out very safely without even having expending my flash.
Exactly. That's the tricky part.
Jarvan?
All right, the Jarvan, two junglers might meet in Lannister's jungle, but looks like that's going to be a no. I suppose only that little Krug was detained by Tawan. So imagine losing a full Raptor camp and probably a couple of Krugs.
Yeah, Tawan right now not feeling, the best. I think in the previous game even, Ali has shown that she has been significantly ahead of this Jarvan at a large portion of the game.
Definitely. That's why, Ali has been very scary even in the previous games that we saw. KZ gonna do a lot of zoning here for against Tati and Risu.
Yep, just consistently pushing up this Ezreal melee. Nothing really interesting to point out here. I think this is how this lane should always really go. I mean, you have a very proficient Nami, you have the Kai'Sa against, what should be a very safe laning phase from the Ezreal Yumi. So being pushed in, it's not the end of the road.
Definitely not the end of the road, but I suppose the Infernal Drake really changed things up a bit. Probably has shot up to the priority list for both of these junglers. So we will see a different kind of maneuver this time around.
Yeah, that's the issue, right? As we do see in a fight.
Okay, another bubble. Awesome. The flag
Nice.
where there's a flash and Tawan will fall once more. This opens up Dragon.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. Landing those bubbles is the Nami able to find a priority pick. Because Jarvan now they don't have a smite. They cannot contest this Dragon. So we Infernal Drake over to the side of Box Gaming.
Oh, this is gonna make the box ladies even more painful. And this is gonna be difficult because without even the Infernal Drake, Lannister is having a difficult time. What more now?
Yeah, but the important thing here is I think we did see Ezreal die once or twice in the previous iteration of this game. But the important thing is now that they're being pushed in, they don't have that chance of actually dying. So what you want to do right now, because you are this safe lane, you want to just chill out, you want to farm, you want to hit that mid-game spike, and you want to hit it hard.
Yep, and that's where the Ezreal rises. But Christy has not enough mana to pursue this. And as well as HHQ. Still
Whoa,
a throw
whoa,
cast. Still going in as the body stun. There's the dash. There's the ignite. There's the tick. And we see Kirsty falling down.
Whew, where do you even begin with that? I mean,
It was crazy.
Ali just understanding what her champion can do and utilizing it, to the full potential really there. Throwing that cast and knocking her back. I've never seen anything like that.
Same here. I really thought, I feel like it's one of those debate moves where you think that the enemy jungler is probably just trying to tax the lane, but she was trying her luck and got the cast out, and that was magnificent by Ali.
100%. Right now though, we do see Jarvan pathing out towards that top side. Oh, he's gonna back. Never mind. Moot point then.
It's alright. I mean, she's probably just trying to see if ever Ren decides to be aggressive, or maybe Ali is also there at the top side since they don't necessarily have vision around that area.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna point out. I think one thing we've seen from the Jarvans throughout this entire day and the qualifiers is that one thing they like to do is just hide in the top lane bush and wait for the enemy jungler to show up. That requires a lot of, understanding of where the enemy jungler is gonna be. And, just backing off. Ali's not going to the top side either.
Oh, what? Bringing a
Oh,
friend
never
here. I
mind.
mean, if two people don't work, bring in another. And Rotate's gonna just shield out. There's the smite in. Tether will connect.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, whoa! Nicely done by Rotate. What happened?
Yep, well, that's Rotate's veterancy coming in for you. Not only being able to walk away from ganks, but even turn them around into a 3v1 situation. They're picking up a kill onto the enemy jungler.
That was crazy. Crazy damage. I think it was definitely. Oh wait, there is going to be another fight in the mid lane as Tawan will join Kirsty, scaring off HHQ away.
Yep, using the ultimate is the Aurelia, but Kirsty does still have Frozen Tomb, so that's going to be an advantage to the Lissandra for, the next few minutes at least.
Yep, okay. Here's Ren pulling in Rotate in. We'll see if he's going to do the job. Another shield. There's the kite, normal attacks. Q, too far to reach. Will not hit.
Yeah, just a bit of a skirmish. We were praising Rotate earlier, but that was a bit of a misplay that you can sort of exploit. She does tend to walk up a little too far when she knows that the enemy jungler isn't around.
That's true. Just for more harasses, more resets on her skill cooldown. So effective poke on towards Kaiji, there by the bot lane of Lannister.
Right now, take a look at the minimap. You can see that in the bottom side river, there is a huge... I'm gonna hold that as she gets stunned.
Jeez, another
That's
bubble.
a bunch of damage already.
Definitely. Good thing they do have some form sustain still from some shields from this Yumi pick here, or else they're gonna be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, but the point I was trying to make earlier is that there is a lot of vision for the side of Box Gaming in that bot side river. I'm not allowed to talk. They're gonna keep doing this to me.
Continue. Just the tidal wave.
Nah, but yeah, that's the thing. Earlier, Irelia was actually puffing towards the bot side, and that's the point I want to bring up, is that they have to start investing more into vision in the bot side river if they're Lannisters to prevent these sorts of ganks.
That's true. They have a lot of defensive wards though, so maybe they are already on to Ali, who has been stealing a bunch of camps in the first 5-10 minutes of the game. Holy wow! Patty's gonna be alone under this tower. She will not be safe. Gonna leave and get that revenge kill though, as we see Kirsty lurking around. But that's gonna be a 2-for-1 in favor of Box Ladies.
Yeah, your wards aren't gonna do you much when your enemy lane is just gonna run at you and smack you in the face, like you saw there. I'm actually not sure how that fight started, but it was a good dive, I think, coming in from a duo lane, and they do manage to pick up both kills, so that's a huge advantage already to that Kai'Sa, who again is going Stormrazor, so she has power early as compared to if she went for a Manamune.
That's true. Stormrazor already complete. Wait, oi, whoa! HHQ flashing right in. And Tawan forced to back away as it rotates super close to danger. Stopwatch being used, but they're all trapped in this dome, in this crater. And HHQ, the only one that Chi can finish everything, but looks like that is the case. Yes, sirree, double kill for this Aurelia.
Questionable decision to actually dive them under that turret with Cataclysm up, but at the end of the day, this Irelia has been playing out of her mind, and right now she's just doing even better than what we expected.
Woo. Even already almost need one more for her to fight for us even. 3-0-0. What an amazing performance from HHQ. I mean, if you cannot bully the mid laner a lot, you can probably bully the rest of the other lanes as well.
Yeah, and you can see that HHQ has been looking for these opportunities, first roaming towards the bot side, then towards top, moving all over the map looking for kills and ways to push to the advantage elsewhere from the mid lane.
Yep, definitely using that influence to help out the other lanes. And meanwhile, for the bottom lane, sisters of LNS, I feel like it is definitely more peaceful than the previous. So I think they're okay. Alright, challenge already completed for Yumi.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's hope they don't die again, because, you know, previously there was a 0-4 combine. Well, topside though.
Flash body slam. There's rotate. Getting the tether to get more life. Like that's not going to be the case as the casket. There's the movement, but the DOT is going to finish her off. And I think Tawan was not able to. It's too late.
Yeah, Tawan's just not able to be there in time for the support. But one thing that we do see right now on the screen is that bot side pushing up so heavily. I think that turret is almost dead for the side of Lannister.
Yep, sirree. And Yumi did all that she could to push the minion wave, buy them some more time, and prolong this laning phase for themselves. But it's a little bit tricky. I mean, yes, Ezreal really doesn't have the best blade clear in the world. One of the weakest in the bottom, the AD carry lane.
Yep, again, why didn't you pick Zipper? Really? Come on.
Yeah, the wave clear issues would have been solved. But overall, they still do have the karma at least when they group as 5s, as well as the Qs from Kirsty in the mid lane. But pretty short range, you'd have to put yourself in danger. In range of a couple of hits.
Danger not only to yourself, but also across the map. I mean, you consistently get pushed under your turret. Your turret's almost dead, and you're giving priority for the dragon over to the side of Box Gaming. But as it stands, Lannister is going for the Cloud Drake, want to deny it away from Box Gaming.
We'll see how Box Ladies react to this. I see a teleport from the Darius here. Happy to be on the Dragon. And Box Ladies will probably say thank you for the leash, as they will continue the Dragon and get that for themselves.
Yeah, the thing right now is that Ezreal is in no place to contest, so what this effectively means is Box Gaming has an extra champion on the map. They can go for that Dragon, they can't just try to look for fights, and Lannisters, they cannot look to answer, they just have to back off.
Gotta respect, as they are still not in their prime in the fight. At least we got one item completed already for Risu. We'll see. I really love using gauntlets on Ezreal.
Yeah, well, when you're this far behind, I think
Yeah,
you need the
gauntlets,
defensive, you need the defensive stats, and yeah, sure, one item completed, it's a mana move, but it doesn't really become, you know, the full potential that the item unlocks until you stack out the mana that you have to.
That's true. To get that full upgrade, and the mana immune. But in the meantime, 2 dragons all ready for Box Ladies. They are showing complete dominance in the early round.
Yeah, the crucial part is, you know, that's an Infernal Drake at 16 minutes. That's a bunch of damage that has already been showing up in these fights. But Darius is going to get caught out here.
Oh, we'll see though. Ren still maneuvering, probably trying to respect the bait. Because she was trying to say that, I think I have my jungler near me, so you can touch me. It's fine.
Mind games coming
Mind
in
games,
from the
yeah.
side of Box.
Where there are no wards. No,
Whoa.
whoa. What a damage. Look at the damage rather from Risu. Insane. They get a kill on KZ here.
Hey, stepping up way too far, Vietnam. He's just getting caught out with the ultimate. There was a chunk of damage coming in from Lissandra. Just popped right under that tower.
Yep, 3. Luden's Echo already completed. There's the Seeker's Arm Guard, rather. Going for the Onyx meeting the jungler once again. Let's see. Whoa, cast being dropped. There's the Cataclysm. There's the stun from the Yumi. And Risu, or rather Tawan, will finish the kill.
Well, that's typical Vietnam for you. They will always go in if they find you caught out. And this is sort of weaknesses that I wanted to bring to the table and talk about, is that if you're able to bait one of these fights and make it unfavorable, bring in extra teammates, like for example what Lannister did there, it really catches out Box Gaming and they cannot answer.
Exactly. I feel like, I mean, Ali has a ton of damage. I think it was so understandable that you'd really want to pursue Tawan, but then the rest of the members were there for the extra help. But mid lane is gonna fall.
It was a good flash from Tawan to actually get out though. But this does mean that Box Gaming secure mid lane turret, which means they're just gonna push up their vision line even further.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough getting resources away from LNS. The bubble will not connect. Oh wow, using a tidal wave, they are fully committing into this fight as Rotate will use a flash, and everyone's still pretty much safe. Oh wait, as I said that Rotate is already halfway free at this point. Ren is being focused on, and now uses his ult. Where the reset? He's still pretty much fine, but he's burning. He will be the next one to fall. As well, he's just super low as well. KZ decides to retreat, but the rest of the members from Lannister is gonna fall as HHQ just joins the fight as well. That's a 2-for-4 exchange in favor of Box Gaming.
There was a huge re-engage coming in from the Darius. If you're Lannister, you do not have enough damage to contest any sort of fight at the moment. And the fact that Darius understood that and jumped in really shows the ability for this player to understand how much damage the team does.
It's insane. You know, they keep doing these. Like, okay, I'm gonna retreat. Psych! I have a flash. I will reel you in. And those are the things. Those are the tricks, air quotes, that really catches Lannister off guard. And that's pretty impressive if you ask me.
Yep, it's about a 7k goal lead right now for the side of Box Gaming. And you have to think, if they're playing this well, after, you know, the technical difficulties that we've had, they seriously do look pretty unstoppable right now, in this game especially.
That's true. They look unfazed, and Lannister still has to recover from that onslaught earlier. And just as you mentioned, because the vision line, the control, they took a lot of towers already. Therefore, most likely resources will be scarce. Box Gaming, since they have a dominating map control at the moment, so it's gonna be hard for Lannister.
Yeah, definitely. Lannisters are actually just being forced under their turret so consistently right now. Look, the dragon's up again, and you can't really contest it. In fact, they're going for the Baron.
I mean, they can handle it. Box Gaming, so ready for this. We'll see if Lannister decides to do something about it.
Very difficult though. I mean, Aurelia's out here just zoning everyone away. You cannot contest this Aurelia. She's so fed. She has so much damage that whoever goes against her is just gonna get popped.
You're right. Triforce, Guardian Angel already completed for HHQ. Such a scary, scary Aurelia at the moment. And now it's defense mode for the Lannisters.
There's no S on the team name, so I guess you're not wrong.
That's true.
Well, now that they do have Baron, they can begin to close in on these tier 2 turrets. One would think that at this stage in the game, Lannister don't really have the damage to clear these waves out, especially with the Ezreal, with all these champions that they have picked. It'll be very difficult for them to deal with it.
That's true, but at least we see Sork Roots and as well as the Gauntlet already completed afterwards. So as long as everything hits, Risu will definitely at least inflict a ton of damage on the squishy target. Oh, whoa, wait! There's gonna be a fight here. What is the situation? We'll see. There's the flag and drag knocking up HQQ. Yumi ult's gonna fall, and as well as Tawan will rotate, will teleport, but unfortunately it's too late.
It was super questionable engage coming from HHQ, going in 2v1 and diving under turret. I was fully expecting her to die, but apparently she didn't. And the rest of the team was there to back her up. So I guess when you're this far ahead, these are the sorts of plays that you can be confident enough to go for without really paying the price.
Understandable. She's level 14, and especially you're up against the bottom duo, level 11, level 10, they're definitely going to be extra squishy, more than usual for sure. But a lot of trust on her teammates as everyone was pretty much nearby.
Yeah, 11k gold lead right now, about to balloon to 12k. This tier 2 turret shouldn't be very long for the world. As you can take a look at the minimap, Lannisters are actually being pulled across the entire map right now. This is not a comfortable position to be in at all.
Definitely hard, as they're quite limited in wave clear if they do want to slow things down in their base. But at this point, very aggressive from Box Gaming, but still trying to lay low. They don't want to be too sure. I mean, they still don't want to be too aggressive and too sure about this.
You're saying that after watching Aurelia jump in under turret against two
okay,
people.
as a collective.
All right.
Maybe HHQ is the confident one, and now the rest of the members are still playing it by the book.
You gotta have the voice of reasons in the team, you know.
Yep.
You have to think though, if Nami is able to find even a crucial, a pick on literally anyone on the map, it could spell the end of the game right now.
That's absolutely true, because minions are charging towards the base of Lannister at this point. Inhibitor being attacked as well. Yeah,
this inhibitor, you can't really defend it. I mean, you still don't have the damage. I mean, Ezreal has the mana Mirror mana rather. He has a bit more combat ability, but against Baron and powered champions, that ability is just null.
Yeah, that's true. And the tankier the minions, the harder to land your skill shots. But looks like it's going to be an engagement in the middle of it all. And as well as that one just pops like a pimple. And at this point, the Lissandra is going to be sandwiched by a couple of members, going to fall as well. And we see that our rotate is safe, but the base is going to fall.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. You find the picks. In this case, it was Lannister going in for a sort of last stand fight, and they came out. I don't know if they expected to win that fight. Maybe it was just something that they had to do.
Yeah.
But that's a 2-4-0, and unfortunately, Box Gaming won't be able to end the game this time.
Well, Lannister has stopped the really scary onslaught of Box Gaming, and they get to live another day. But the difficult part is inhibitors have been destroyed for the mid lane and the bottom lane. We'll see how they come back with this.
Well, it's not a question of whether they can come back. It's a question of how long it takes them to lose. honestly, at this point, there's no way for you to come back in the game. Even if Vox Gaming makes a mistake or two, you manage to find a kill, manage to find a bounty, I don't think you're just so far behind that you cannot come back.
I do understand though, as the, what do you call this, as the sources of damage aren't the best in Lannister, it's more of a let's win the mid game, let's transition well into the mid game and get all the objectives, but seems it didn't work out so well as Vox Gaming really were practically everywhere, and I think Lannister just had a difficult time maneuvering around that.
Practically everywhere is actually how I like to describe it. Fight.
We'll see.
Ding ding, let's go. You know she wants to go in.
She wants to go in. There's the slow, there's the root, and there's a true shot barrage. And the Guardian Angel's gonna pop as Ren will try to zone as he tries to save her. There's root from the Yumi. The ult is just one linear shot. It's hard to miss. Flag and drag shutdown though will be attained by Risu. Meanwhile, see the rest of the members from Vox Gaming. 4 members still left as they get the last inhibitor of Lannister.
Yeah, and that's absolutely what matters. What this means is you're going to have so many more super minions streaming into your base that it's just impossible for you to leave it. So, in fact, we might not even wait for the super minions to come in. They're going for the final push.
Oh, there's Tsunami. Oh, there's the wave. We'll see though if they can manage that. There's the Cataclysm as well. HHQ still alive, getting a lot of life steal and sustain. Kirsty is going to get dove upon by the rest of the members of Vox Gaming. Double, bubble, trouble, and they're keeping them at bay, keeping them at the fountain. And at this point, HQQ is going to finish the game. Congratulations to Vox Gaming.
Ooh, that was rough to watch if you're a Lannisters fan. They just got demolished from minute 1, really.
Every lane, Vox Gaming just really had a fun time in that one. It was just, you're right, it was brutal.
Yeah. I mean, the question now is, if you're a Lannister, do you pick the Ezreal again? I really cannot stress this enough. Why are you picking Ezreal when he's not doing so well at all? And another question for the rest of the teams is, do you allow HHQ to carry on this IRL?
It's actually pretty interesting because I feel like there was a lot of bans as well on the mid lane. So I feel like HHQ is one flexible mid laner, most likely also comfy in mages and maybe AD mid laners as well.
Yeah, I mean, HHQ has been playing a lot of champions, and at this point it's just pretty hard to ban her out.
Yep.
But Irelia is definitely something that you have to look at. I mean, the times when she just jumped in without any fear, that was a joy to watch. Unless you're Lannister.
Yeah, that's true. So it's pretty difficult, but that's another win for Vox Gaming. They are definitely on a roll here, and we'll see how the other teams are going to get through this day as we still have 2 more matches coming at ya. And we're going to head on over to a break, but when we come back, we will head on over to game number 5. We'll see you guys in a while.